Check, 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 check. Mic check. Welcome back to One Scene Sports TV. My name is Coach Jason Portsmouth. And the topic that is on Jamaican news media or mainstream media or underground media doorstep is that the Jamaican athletes traded their flags for 500k turkey deal, 30k monthly, and 1 million bonus USD. A lot of mixed reaction, mix feelings about this. People, I'm going to put my face up on the screen right now so you can see me. And I am here, people. Like, subscribe, and share to the content. Big up to my manager in the back room doing the work. People, share the live friends. We want to have over 100 and odd people today on this live. So share it with your friends. Early morning Saturday show, we're talking about what is happening. We have on the phone right now calling Dali. She is a long time track and field supporter, Jamaica, brand Jamaica. She has something to say. Calling Dali, welcome to Unseen Sports TV. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing fine.
You're doing
Fine this morning.
You're doing fine.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yes. So, you know, you wanted to talk about this topic from a good while now. Athletes leaving from Jamaica to go to a different country to run because some people put that money or whatever. But if we really ask ourselves, our governing body, are they treating the athletes properly? That's the first thing. Your time.
No, I don't think there are. I believe that there could be some ramification, like getting a housing development for the professional athletes, so they don't have to worry about paying rent. There's a way they can think they have a community with gymnasium, and things that they can do after training, and they don't have to worry about the overcost. They don't have to worry about the rent. They don't have to worry about having a job, and then they'll have a stipend. I don't think it's difficult to work. They could have collaborated with sponsors. And another thing I was thinking about, I listened to the Turkish Federation guy was talking about the athletes will get the money, they get bonus, and even if they're injured, they're still going to get it until their time is up in Turkey. And I can understand that, but I believe that there should have been a collaboration with the JAA and the Federation in Turkey to see since Jamaica have a part in the development, they could have give the JAA money to build complexes, athletic complexes, training camps and different things, gymnasiums for don't just take the athletes and then, because Jamaica participate in the development as well. So I think that we're the one that's going to be losing out. Jamaica is the one that's losing. And I can understand that the athletes need money, and I'm not faulting them because it's their decision. But I believe this could have been ramified a long time ago. Get the leaders, even previous athletes, to get involved in changing how to do business. Because I believe that because even though I've been in the United States over 50 years, I still love track and field. I love Jamaican track and field. And it's a hard decision when you change flag. Like, for me, I retired from the U.S. military. But my mindset was, I'm defending the United States, the Constitution of the United States, against foreign and domestic. I didn't have to cross the bridge to say I'm going to kill fellow Jamaicans. That was not, things like that came to my mind, but I never have to cross that bridge. It was an end to a means. And it's also different because they're Jamaicans in the United Kingdom, in the U.S., Canada, that even if they became a citizen, it's a big difference when you wear a flag of another nation. Because people in the U.S., when they celebrate Jamaican independence, when they celebrate Caribbean activities, they put the Jamaican flag. There's a big difference when you put on the uniform of another country, like Olympics and World Championships. So, yeah, the athletes have to think about the psychological. Are they going to feel like they're traded right? It's good, but in psychological issues with that. Maybe in UK, they like to see Jamaicans win, even though they be a British citizen, American citizen, or Canadian citizen. Most of them is rooted for Jamaica. It's one of my concerns that they could have do a better job in building communities to support them financially. They can't get the same amount of money like Turkey. Percent of the Turkish population are poor, but the 28% that are billionaires, they're the ones that can sponsor these things. And it's for their pride, their Turkish pride, want themselves on the map. And what they do, they come and get Jamaican athletes. Why don't they get somebody else, you know? But I'm not faulting the athletes because it's their decision. But I believe that it needs to be changed. That's mainly my input.
You want to hear my opinion on it? That at least does not just get up like that and want to make a decision to change flag. No matter, it's not about the money. It's about the money. I think it's about treatment and what people look at when they see the Jamaican athletes, our own brothers and sisters who are in the position as administrators. How do they see the product? You know, the stakeholders. One of the most important stakeholders is the athletes that go out there and perform. The administrators cannot, right? They need to do what is best, sacrifice, and make sure that the most important stakeholder, which is the athlete, the one that's going out there and running, get what they want. Do you understand? Housing, pay, you know, they should be treated even better than the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Is the truth? They should be treated at golds and diamonds. You can believe that our athletes almost give up Olympic because they don't have any money to supply themselves. And it's because of their family members who help them to go through. And when that athlete reach Olympics, that athlete going a bronze medal. And all now there's nothing to show that this athlete, you appreciate the athlete from the governing body, whether it's the government or the JAAA. Yeah?
Yeah.
That is the issue. And I cannot wrong them to move. And I don't care why Turkey need to help us. Turkey don't need to help us. Turkey don't need to do nothing for Jamaica. Turkey want build for them.
That's true.
Turkey need to build for them thing. If they want help the clubs them, well, I think the clubs them are supposed to ask for something. The clubs them in Jamaica, not the JHA. JHA not forget nothing until them fix them. That is my opinion.
Go around that. There should be a way to go around it. Just like how you have sponsors that promote that the higher tier athletes, like even in the United States, every athlete doesn't have a sponsor.
Right.
With the Grand Slam, that young man that worked for FedEx driving trucks. And so, but Jamaica's a small country compared to the United States. Has money. Jamaica would have to figure out how to do business to change that situation. And until the Turkish Federation said that they would not come in after the sprinters. So the sprinter forget that's what he said. I don't know if you listen to it.
That's what him said. That's what him says. But suppose that sprinter reach out to them and say them want to go.
Well, it's up to that sprinter. I think because it could be a political issue, or nobody want to create enemies, right?
Enemies in sport business. It's not.
You call it a
It's
business, but
business.
it's impacting nations indirectly. You understand what I'm saying?
It is our fault. It's our fault. We have to just bear the
Okay, the
consequences.
government could step in and build houses for our athletes because I saw where the JLP political party built housing, nice little houses in their constituency. They could do the same thing for the athletes. Have a community with nice housing, if it's duplex or townhouses or whatever, or apartment complex, nice living conditions. So they don't have to worry about that one partaker that they rent and give them a stipend so that they can buy food, they can do what they have to do and focus on track and field.
Yeah, and if they're going to school, they pay their school fee as well. Pay them
Yeah,
education.
that's true. Because this is why America gets black athletes from Jamaica. Because they give them a scholarship to
Yes.
pay for the school. It doesn't come from the Jamaican government. So I can understand the whole shabam, not from the whole shabam, being ratified by the government, the Ministry of whoever take care of athletics, sportsmen, whatever her name is, and JAA. We don't know the undermining things what they're doing because they said they did not know. It came on Sport Night, so they did not know what was going on. Nothing. I mean, and then they had an emergency meeting to talk about it after. It's like the horse, before the cart or after the cart or whatever, because they're trying to cover steps. But they identify and have people who, because they maybe do they get paid? JA get paid for what they're doing?
I don't know the intricacies, but they sign on deals, they sign on deals with sponsors. So that means money flowing through the accountant, and which I think uh is not wrong to say that they're getting perks.
So if they're getting something, don't they have the conscience to do something about it?
But
Because the money, the athletes is the one that bringing the money in. It's not the JAA company that bringing the money in. So maybe you're right. You're right about that. Maybe the coach at the camp should get more involved, and they're the ones should come together, build housing development, get housing for athletes, make sure they get a stipend. Because it's hard to figure out where your money comes, where you're gonna get money to pay your bills and your medical bills as well, and give top care for your athletes. Even if they have to travel to another country to have the surgery that they need, the therapy that they need, and that's another thing. They need to have good physical rehab for the athletes. Okay, I'm gonna bring up something maybe that is hard talking about. It's Elaine Thompson. That she didn't have to be. She needed better care.
yeah, she needs to go to Turkey. She needs to go to Turkey.
Huh?
She needs to go to Turkey.
Well, she needs to. Yeah, she needs to, and they don't have to. Shouldn't even wait 3 years. Let her go right now. She needed the therapy, the rehab, the mental health as well, because our athletes need mental health. That young woman that was in France, you know what I'm talking about? The shot put that she did.
Todd.
She
Her name is Todd.
went through trauma. That was traumatic for her.
Yeah.
She needed some counseling and therapy, which is not bad. Everybody should have some kind of therapy, psychological therapy through stressful time, because it's a memory that is probably still painful for her.
Yeah.
Did they reach out and say we need to get you therapy? We're so sorry we were reimbursing you a financial reimbursement. So that part there is up to the government right there. When JAA doesn't do their job, the government needs to step in. Because they saw what happened on the media in France when she was really irritated about the treatment. She couldn't have her coach there. She didn't have access, and she didn't get to perform. When you're stressed, you can't perform when you want to the highest capacity. You can't do it. So yeah, I believe that there's a lot of changes, and the camps need to collaborate. Somebody has to put in some kind of things to the government. If JAA not doing their job, because there's, we can Jamaicans spend money where they want to spend money, right?
Yeah.
So the prime minister need to get involved, and because I see those nice houses that they gave their constituency, they could have the same thing for the athletes. So they don't have to worry about, let them live in a nice community and not being stressed.
Yeah.
Some of them probably still living with family members.
So that is the biggest issue. Like, there are a lot of people that come to Jamaica, like overseas persons, like Chinese and so on. And those players, those persons, to me, they are getting better treatment than the normal Jamaican. Like, I don't understand. And we have persons who put Jamaica on the map. Can you believe if Usain Bolt did choose to run for a different country? If Usain Bolt choose, what would we say? Would there be would there be this influx of people want to come to Jamaica to find out, and the documentary to find out what is in Bolt's genetics, and put shed a light on us? Would they have these things? And Bolt said it. There's a lot of people who came at him. A lot of people who came at him. But he's one in a million. Remember, Bolt have you'd say no, Bolt have sponsors. Him have, I would say, secret donors and stuff like that.
Well, he put the work in and he got sponsors.
Right.
Because everybody don't have sponsors.
But like what did Jamaica give him though? What did the JTR, the government, give him?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone doesn't have sponsors. So, and you have to be volunteer.
Colin, what did the government give him?
Nothing.
It's what I'm talking about.
That money.
Huh? What did they give him? Nothing.
Some people got a statue, right? They have a statue.
Just a statue. Status don't pay bills.
I know. So because he has money and invests money, and at all those funds is one in a million, everybody don't have that. Just like Elaine still would need money because she's right now at a standstill. Actually, she would take care of, like me. I retired from the military. I get a pension for the rest of my life.
Yes.
So they need to do something about it.
Yeah, even that too. What the hell is getting after they finish? They need
a retirement. So I can understand your point.
So
I'm looking at it from my standpoint because I was born in Jamaica. So I can understand.
So you have to look at it both ways, I think.
A retirement plan for them.
I think people can have it's two ways to this situation right now. Two ways. One, you got have the people who say your patriotism and and how them sell out them country and this and that and Jamaica first all the time and all the manner of things. But them have a right, They have a right. But listen to this now. Them things don't pay a bill. Them things don't pay a bill. And if you talk to the powers that be over and over, Colin, and you're not stepping in to make these people life more easier so them can perform and work harder. Move up, lift up from Jamaica, Bridget.
I understand the point, and it's a personal decision because I didn't become a citizen of the U.S. until 10 years after being in the United States because I thought about it. So, but even in being in the military, I was saying, please, Lord, don't let me go to war to kill anybody. Because it's a mental thing.
Yes.
So if they feel comfortable in changing the flag, wearing another country's flag,
yes,
then it's their business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to hear the Jamaican name now. See him sell out.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of money though, like 500,000 to just switch.
Well, they're pretty much set for life because the guy said, Turkish Federation said, even if they they still will get the money. They have the money up front, they have the stipend, and when you look, all the bills were taken care of, the medical bills, but I hope they give them also therapy as well, because what to come and attack them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it feels bad if somebody call you a traitor.
Yeah.
Or you sell out.
But them are Jamaican people are gonna do it. Jamaican people are gonna do it.
Yeah, and that's really hard because everybody's not a traitor and become a citizen of another country. We just look at the point of it. We want the athletes. We want to get the medals. We want to see Jamaica do well. We want the medal. That's one of the main things. The mood. Why you think Grand Slam came to Kingston? Because they wanted to have the same experience like Champ. Because Jamaican's supposed to be, right, the spring factor of the world. And when you see Champs, the stadium is full. You see a jubilant, rejoicing and all that. So that's why Grand Slam came to Jamaica.
I gotta say something, and a lot of people are gonna vex with dancing sports TV right now. I gotta say something and I'm gonna vex. And say something and I'm gonna vex. Shaban, listen to me and say Shaban. People in the comment section, remember the comment section, they can drop a comment in there and I will answer any questions they ask and stuff like that. Be a part of the information that is going on right now. So yeah, let me get straight into it. I know you don't like Chuck Shaban, but listen to this. I'm gonna tell you, this is just a wide thing, something that is wide right across the board. You see the people that were born 1960, 19 from 1960, come right up to around 1980, 89, 90. Their mentality in Jamaica, this is mostly Jamaicans, their mentality into Jamaica is for people to do free work. Free work. Them not like pay people. Not all of them, but majority. Me I tell you, people born from 1964 come right up. It's a mentality that needs to change, and most of those people are in organizations like the JAAA, JFF. Um, if you hear them talk, if them give you one work, the first thing them I tell a boy, so we don't really have no money though, but we see what it work. And from them come with them argument, they trigger off on something in my head. But me just not like. Me can't manage them. When them come to them, and them tell you one story, them give that story how them reach for them reach and free work and them thing. Me tell them, only the guinea pig. Our time now for collect. Only the guinea pig. We for collect now, when do the work for we. When you call me, pay me. Don't tell me no chicken story. Me no chicken story. And that them keep on do. Politician, people in a business place, them come with some chicken story. That's why I like how other place in the world kind of open up the mind for Jamaicans. And if we just lift up from around them, because if we stay at Jamaica, more war and crime without going. Because them are try to trick people. So the man them have to lift up, man. Lift up. Them people, they need to stop it. The tricking, telling people them are going to do this and them are going to do that and them not doing anything. These persons are in the organized and they go right across the board in everything in Jamaica. Them like to trick people. Just to put in a little bit of work. Just to put in a little bit of work in terms of paying the people them what they worth. They find it very hard. Because you are going now. If it not benefit them and I not squeeze out of where you are getting for them pocket. Them no business. Them no want to be a part of it. And that we find out. Them have to get a cut out of everything. I saw them people operate in the organization. Them. I saw the people them operate. Them have to get a cut out of everything. It cannot work. And the main person them in the fields that is really putting the work and putting Jamaica on map, they are not getting the benefit. You get what I'm saying? One United, big up yourself. Your time is calling. Wonder if you agree with me.
Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying, I need to research about JAA because I don't know too much about that governing body. But I do know that people, what you're saying, because my uncles played cricket for Jamaica and he never got paid for it. That era was that they worked and worked and worked. And before, Jamaica was a British subject, so Jamaicans would run for Britain and different Commonwealth, you know what I mean? So that was different. After independence, things that should have changed. It shouldn't be. It's a job they're doing, but they look at sports as being entertainment, and that they don't get paid for being. They're an athlete, a professional athlete. They should get money. If they don't have sponsors, this is where the money. They could collaborate with the sponsors, or even with Turkey. If they want to take the field athletes, why not give money so that Jamaica can get the money for their athletes in the future? Because Turkey got the money. If you can give that type of money out, you have that money. That have money. So I think they could have collaborated better. If they did or they didn't, I don't know. Because no one knows what happened. They say they didn't know anything about it. So yeah, I think yes, the athlete needs help. And then what about petition? Can the people petition?
The mindset of the administrators have to change first. Either we get some new and young people. We're going for these people that them not dinosaur from them long time mentality there. Bridging them not change. Them not change. All right. Why you pick out somebody from any organization who will lead the organization? Sports wise in Jamaica. I guess them age, guess when them born. And also look at how much work them have, how much business place them have, and how much what you call it, how much school board them depend, or them a principal of the school, or whatever be the case may be. Right? Just check. And you see how much money them a collect a month time. Whole heap of money. Huh? But the athletes them we go run for a little bit or nothing. Them alright. Them have house. Yo, I don't even know what I'm calling it. It rough.
So
It rough.
they have to. Okay, well, is there some kind of way that the athletes could reach out to the World Athletics? Because that's not fair. I mean, there's things that need to be changed. If they're pocketing the money, we don't know the negotiation that's taking place.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're pocketing the money. I'm saying their life is so comfortable, but the athlete's life are not comfortable. And if I am in a situation in an organization, right, I must have the information to show me all the athletes that in terms of track and field, who are competing, who are training, I should have that database, right? All these athletes needs to register from the club, register on the system. So we know if I have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 athletes, right? I then would propose something to the Minister of the Minister of Sports and say, hey, these are the athletes that are sponsored athletes. You kind of can't cut. Sponsored athletes, you don't really need to give them a lot, but you can give them something, right? Because them sponsor already. Cool. We want them on a sponsor. We have face it day in and day out. We have to do something for them. And then every athlete is supposed to get pension. Whether you sponsor yes or no, you have to get pension. Make them take the pension and give it to her or something like that. Like both them not take the pension and give it because they really understand, but make it available for them. You get what I say? So you have the database, you know who this who that, and you have a policy where you support them in terms of training, medical bill, housing, stuff like that. That's the way to go. Because there's no way me can be. Hold on. There's no way I can be in a position where I am leading an organization and hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I can be in a position I am leading an organization. But when we look, my athlete have to beg people and have beg donation to come Olympics. Or she now when she Jesus Christ. All them sleep at night. All them sleep at night, Colin. All them sleep at night.
Can they have units, the athletes?
Can they what?
Can they have units?
Units?
Units to allot it to them. Where that units will step in and do something to the JAA to.
Oh, you mean their athletes association?
Yeah, they
like a
should
body?
get a unit or something. There's all kind of things that they could do for themselves, or even as a group of athletes, petition the government. Because I know they're listening to the news now, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think they need to be treated fairly. Yes, put aside a personal view. I understand how I feel about it. I know a lot of people are disappointed, but that's what they have to do because they're not in a retirement plan. It would end up being broke.
Not enough. After I'm finished.
Yeah.
See, you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yes, I understand.
Because
I'm just putting my feelings as I call myself a Jam American.
Yeah.
But I'm putting my feelings in there because I've not been to Jamaica in a long time. So we like to see Jamaica win in sports. But I understand what the athletes need. Sponsors, if they don't have sponsors, they should have a retirement plan for them, a better housing for them, so they don't have to worry. Because what is it if you're an athlete and give all your time and you have no retirement, then you have to be in a place where you might have to beg people for something. You should never be like this. You should treat it as like any other profession.
Yeah. Jeremy, welcome to the channel. Prince, welcome. Big up yourself, Prince.
Yes, up, Alex.
Yeah, man. We're there, man. My one if they gonna work, I'm not linked from earlier. Because I hear a topic this,
Bro, you know,
okay.
you know my stand.
What about the athletes them and move on and trade them flag for 500k to 30?
Yeah, you know my stance as it relates to all of that. Isn't it? Because from last year, September.
Well, Prince, step on the line, Jeremy. Listen,
Yeah.
Prince.
So say, you know my stance as it relates to all of this. Because from last year, I've been trying fire
Yeah,
to get myself
here.
over the Adidas
You're not
deal.
here. Listen.
Oh, no,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
cool.
Prince.
All right. So you know my stance already as it relates to all of this. Because from last year, I've been trying fire as it relates to the Adidas deal. And like all this happening right now, it's no surprise to me. It is because when I really check it out, we hear all these stories that all these athletes have said in interview time and time again. Even one other person, Rajinja
I'm
Campbell,
going to system,
that
man.
that
I'm going to fix it. Prince.
yeah.
Prince.
hmm
Prince. May I call up on WhatsApp. So, because everybody dep on
Okay.
the call. So, I call up on WhatsApp. Yeah. Call Prince. Hold on then. Call Prince. Yeah, Jeremy. So, yes. So, the topic is about the Jamaican switching flag to Turkey.
I heard this is some 500,000 a while.
Yeah, 500,000.
Yeah, so basically now, you frame it a while ago, I have a problem with that. Every man has a right to decide their own destiny. They live.
Yeah.
They want to live out. And literally, they're looking for a better life. Someday I'm going to return, but I want to Jamaica. So I'm going to leave out again. And I don't blame several things, and I have evidence. What's happening with the federation in the country, I don't think they're going to bless the athletes, because they don't care about them. Evidence is there. So when I'm going to leave, they're going to look a better life. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave them alone. Until they finish retiring everything and come back to Jamaica. These same people are going to pay them.
Yeah.
Not go to them.
Yeah.
So That they would have been better for the athletes of the country. But the too much
Turn off
your
Wi-Fi.
people inside the administration.
Turn off the Wi-Fi.
And I think that's the same well with the athletes. Millions a year going to turn on a day like that and expect the money to come to you for free. But why would think about something they will think about? Yeah, I'm sorry. Can I go to the question? Why would they turn on a day like that? Why would they turn on a day like that? Why? I'm saying that question.
That's a good one.
Well, if you see things, we saw the deal.
I understand all this.
Right? We wanted to hear
Understand all this now, right?
what it was. Right? We never got to hear what it was.
My phone already, my phone connect with that man connect.
I'm saying my phone is still
You're one pay the phone call and so on.
Right here and then is where I'm seeing because there's some way you're going to represent national organization and you're going to sign a gag order. So the gag order that is signed, that's what the members knows what is in the country. Absolutely nobody else knows. The organization internationally are the same, right? Several of them. I know we don't have too much information for that, but I thought it had came in the heard of female voice and see.
Yes, Colin Daly.
Yes.
She's an American.
I'm doing fine, thank you.
She's an American retired soldier. Military soldier.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think that changed the response, man? They pretend that they don't know what's going on and arrogance response. That's not having accountability as a governing body. They don't have accountability and hypocritical vote. That's what they are, hypocrites. I can say it, I'm in the United States, so I don't have to worry about nobody coming against me. So, right, a few things that woke up the eyes. I never knew that it was like this. When that's one of the truth stuff. And it's happening with the JFS right now. So when he started going and he exposed certain things, I will even show you how the athletes make money, where the guy that they brought in and who have it. And we see the same thing in the federation. And so, not only that, they try to blackball him, and they're trying to give him a hearing a week before the Olympic trial, so that he could miss the trial. What does that tell you, right? They're going after him, and when it hit the public, everybody's scamper. The guy would not testify, everybody's scamper. Thank God for the age of social media, right? And so they got caught. But instead of they going on, fix what they get fixed, is what they would get double down. Do them win, and if we don't like it, fight it. The last Olympic action, right, it was in the public that the JAAA and the JAAA was arguing about who was forward, right?
Right.
Relay practice that done is that this conflict. Here's my last one to you guys. I'm going to focus on this. We dropped the ball when it was there and it happened out on Iceland. They should have done more sponsorship, more money program to get more money in. Yet the marketing was bad. They should have used this to the best of them because all I was on them. They should have used the levels that we have with boards and get more sponsorship, get more money program, build up infrastructure, build up this, build up that, but they did not. They did try to operate them to say, all right, let's see how, let's market this guy more, let's do that. They missed the ball right there. And it's only telling me that either it's incompetent people or people just working for themselves inside there. That's something you guys
But Jeremy, question to you though. How you would have feel sleeping at nights and knowing that an athlete after you beg to try for reach Olympics?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
Yes. You can't sleep.
No, I know. This is the next thing to guys. When people from the JFF, when the players were not getting paid for 2 years, 3 years not getting paid, and the administration was traveling with 16, 17 people, right? I don't watch game. I can't fly hotel for them and all that. That's not right. That's not coming and stop it. You own players.
True.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
hear this. So remember, we all saw the deal that Adidas brought for Sleep, but we never get to saw what Puma brought forward. Based on their reasoning, they said that the Puma deal was a better deal than the Adidas deal. Say that seeing is building it. Since they have signed Puma deal, what has been for us to say that this deal was better versus what Adidas was showing us? Because remember, in the Adidas, they wanted to give the J3 2 facilities, and we are talking about a stadium, a modern day stadium, right? Modern day facilities for athletes to train, right? They also wanted to pay the junior athletes. So when the junior athletes go to World Juniors and they medal, the junior athletes would have got millions as well. So they can imagine a high schooler having millions. Also, they wanted to they wanted to give J3 20% profit of the merchandise that they sell for the Jamaican merchandise that was sold. We also talk about injecting billions of dollars in the program. All camps will have been paid at the expense of Adidas, all training camps, etc. When we have seen a deal like that, there is no way a deal like that could have been in the program and it was never known. Now, hold on. So I say there is no way we would have signed.
Prince, where is that information? Is that information out? Is that information?
So
Prince.
is better, but yet still everything is silent.
Prince.
deal is done to benefit
That information. Where is it? Where is that information? Where is that Where is that information that I can pull it up and so?
First of all, remember they are September. Send the information in the group.
Okay.
Not once, not twice. All email yesterday. We still send information. Colina, I give up the information. We always send. First of all, we kind of find it strange. So we sit and we allow the man to turn down and do like that, and there was no public outcry. That was my background. When I talk to one of our coaches, they are telling me about J trade, police, and if you speak up, you will get blacklisted and stuff. You see me? So this is like when they see me, when they see me speaking up, they give me a it's like me speaking out to the vice and talk to me that they are vice.
Okay.
I'm friends with coaches. I'm friends with athletes. They all know this information, but everybody is afraid to speak because they don't want to be blacklisted. And that's true. As a journalist, know something I can't say. I tell you what,
no, you can't say it if you have the facts.
This man should be arrested.
No, hold on, Jeremy.
Platform on Tuesday, right? It's not registered yet. Tuesday. And by Thursday, this was up. People know what I want to do. People listen to is not, they know what I want to. But I'm afraid dumb. They know what I want. I tell you what, when the backlash is going to get worse, It's going to get worse because more of a drum shit. You just have some coach that look drum shit too. I don't blame them.
Right now, I want the Turkey man, them link me up and I'm going to do some scouting for them. That me I tell you.
Listen to me. I'm never cheer for the athletes when I went to Turkey. Never cheer for them, see them, never love them, and never respect them, see them.
Nah, burn them out.
Call them son, call them whatever you want to call them.
I'm not calling myself out. I'm not calling myself out.
Still love and respect them.
But Jeremy, is it fair though? Is it fair though for people, who have the patriotic sentiment to talk about patriotism in terms of in this scenario, and it is fair for people to lash out on the bad treatment of the athlete? I think it's a two-way street. I don't think it's a one-way street. What's your take?
I'm saying, you ask those guys that play for West Indies, those centuries, right? They can show those centuries, and they have nothing. They don't have 2 seconds left, right? Players don't know we have played T20 and make money. And then I said, this West Indies, we play a kid, but we can't play all the game. We have to dictate. You have to set the schedule so we can play it. I don't mind those players. They might not be eat. Right? None of the even actually tell those people before they start because they athlete them. We look into the federation and see what they can pay. So remember, track and field is a selfish sport, It's a selfish sport. A 1, 2, 3 get the money and the endorsement, right?
Yeah.
Listen, there's a podcast where I saw for power, Bigfoot President, Mike, Maurice Green, Jonathan Bailey, all the greats, Justin Gatlin, all sitting there, all these guys were Olympic sprinters, these guys were gold medalists. Track and field is a very selfish sport. These guys for the Olympics, they would even know that. Every other sport recognize them and give them if the boy World Cup, they give them tickets for former players. Former NBA players. Let me finish now. And so what they were talking about is the service of the sport. There was like the endorsements and stuff. And that's the reason why players get against track and field athletes go against each other is to get the endorsement. Man, I've been done. Nobody don't have nothing. Right? On the road to fight, you don't have nothing. And it's not dismanagement. You don't have nothing.
True.
Don't even understand these things. Who are running 15 years or 15 years who can't feed the family? That was a clown.
Oh yeah, see there, proposed bonus for World Juniors and World Athletics from Adidas.
Put it up on the screen because I don't know what journey and see all the figures. But it would be nice to see all the figures on the screen while we are in the conversation.
Alright, now I'll put it up so you can see. I'll put
And
it
this
up.
information come from where? Because we don't need
Adidas, Adidas. You got Adidas.
Yeah, I you know this is the reason why when I hear a lot of people talking about the government should do more for the athletes and stuff like I scoff at that. I really scoff at that because
But
J3 had the opportunity to set up the athletes and they did not. They signed a deal that they said was better. So if that deal was better, J3 should be the one to help the athletes, not the government. As they should come out and tell us money would have taken care of the athletes. Yeah. You know this remind me of? This remind me of the Jamaica. Anytime there's no more than tournament, they come out and pass. But people end up put inside. But hear this, Jeremy. Hear this. They jump out when I hide. Jeremy, hear this. You want to hear how ironic this is? But JFL actually came out at that time. And they said that it's a very good deal and J3 should sign that deal. JFL said that. Mm-hmm. Why don't they come out and the deal and sign? Come out and say what's in the deal. They care. They have a gaga. They know they messed up. They know they messed up. They have a gaga that they can't speak from it. They have a gaga. They have a gaga. They have a jealous, you know. They put that gaga in place. They show up there. Let me tell you what I get from you, Samuel. Let me be done. When I just listen everything from watch on this podcast, you know how Paul getting money? When they get a Puma, Paul is flying out, pull up. You understand? Paul smart. Paul go to Puma and say, you know what? Okay, it's time to negotiate. But he said, listen, there's other people giving the offers, so I'm gonna go and look at these offers and come back to you. Right? And then Paul went to Nike. Nike come to Paul. And Paul said, this is what I want to do. And then he said, yes, we'll give it to you. And Paul comes and come back to Puma and said, listen to me. This is what Nike offered. He said, okay, I'm going to Nike.
yeah, jump ship.
Puma said, yes, we're done with it. Puma said, yes, we're matching. Since I we're not matching them, I'm still in it. This is what they should have done with the negotiation with Puma. Adidas giving us this. You have to top this. You see what I'm saying? And if you can't top this, then we'll go to Adidas. So, where's transparency? But there's nobody fooling or there's no damn get order. This is a public thing to argue with. You're not an idiot. You deal benefit for them. I'm seeing friend there.
What? I'm a friend, MS. I'm a friend, MS. Friend, but it's when I start with them type of show and you talk about them, you don't want to be a friend again. But me always, they can't blackball man. I call to them and smile and say, yo! I'm here calling the general. They look for me and shake them in. They can't vex with and see me, man. They know say I love seeing me.
Prince. Mr. Prince.
Prince, like him there on a call. Call him there.
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So, Prince, I want to know, though, right? What is the deadline for Adidas to register? Deadline passed already? Yeah, the deadline passed already from Thursday night. What's the deadline?
So what go?
Register and nobody will go. No, Elaine don't register. So maybe she's not going. Maybe she's not there. She's not going.
Elaine will live up to.
You can't blame her at all because
I don't blame her.
you can't blame her because the treatment from some of the fans are horrible. And she really needs better rehab because she's been running for years and it's a chronic injury that keeps becoming. They're taking care of that. And so it's a whole lot of things going on with Elaine because fans aren't really nice at all.
But she's also something that I decided what you said. Look at it. When we go to the focus of that, Elaine on the star. When Elaine on run, my wife cancer, my husband is crazy when it comes to his track and field. Oh my God, the Jamaican sports, he's crazy. Me at the house say, is it down track and field there? So I'm leaving the house because you're getting so crazy. Right? When Elaine and I win the 200 meter, the double 200 meter, Atlanta with our family house. Like the girl said on the beach. Like, that is, that friend of mine by myself. And she said, my husband is, she said, I was trying to leave from yesterday, my husband going to hospital. So I'm still here because I have a TV on me by myself because he is, you can understand. I go to Ken relays with them and they are crazy. Them Jamaicans are crazy about the traffic. But when we in the room, I cheered up the place, you know. You understand? I wish I would have 200 meters. And they are beat out the door. Never have a pistol. My mother-in-law said, oh my God, hey, you're right. Yes, man. I mean, I'll draw the drink. So I get them regular. But just something for podcast was that stuff. And I said, the fans them, like, we don't want to come up. Well, I don't down to get too stuff. We Jamaicans and I will, you know,
What is the journey?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like I don't really have much of a sympathy for Elaine, and the reason being is that she needs better PR management because it's not just Jamaica. Wherever in the world you go, and athletes are players poke at fans, the fans are going to poke back with a force.
Yes.
So never ever you poke at fans, especially when you are in the pool. Right? Because when you go into an interview and you say things like that, expect the backlash. Don't say those things and don't expect the backlash. So you see when they get the backlash, don't cry after that because you were the one.
I don't like have a family shot. You see. But I don't really feel into it too much. I just didn't like it and I move on from it. Right? I move on from it. That's it. But the next thing now, they have some man clash big time when I saw that selected. Oh, a bad man is something. I said, brother, this one the man said, yeah, things don't change. The man never said, I said, yeah, things don't change. And I said, yeah, you never let them know what the man got through. So I won't care when I come out and talk about take this and that.
No, the problem that we have with Asafa, and isn't it really comes back down to everything what we are saying. You see, even when Asafa was making his points, scared. Because they keep on looking at the fans, but the fans is not the problem, Asafa. It actually is, but you are not taking on JT or not. And they are saying, if you don't come outside and look at the map, I actually get the all of the voices, but there is absolutely no interview, and you're poking at the fans when the fans are the problem. You're going to see the fans this, the fans that. Jamaica is new, sir. It's administration. The fans, we don't have any control over all those stuff. The administration does. So that was my problem with Asafa. The right message, but the wrong audience.
Yeah, rough. But that same something about Jeremy, you know, say I come out and beat Asafa too. I beat him in terms of the fact that him run for money, so enough he worry himself. I talk about this and I talk about that. He run for money.
But listen, I think what I mean, I want people to understand it. Only top athletes get money. I think what most athletes are saying, they need to, because that's what Michael Johnson are trying to fix, right? They can all athlete that make some money. Now him say, only certain athletes get money. And it's so sad to see a lot of top athletes that don't even want to get involved. Like, look again. Racers Grand Prix, I think that they have a Grand Prix. Was there any field events they have seen? At Prince?
No. Field events are going on.
There was no field events. No field events. So what the field guys that must do? The last Olympics was in there, Thompson God. She was crying. Her coach didn't even get a pass. The training, the 2 weeks, she has a 2 week, nothing. And they turned them back on the woman. There's no press conference to come out. Brother, mind shot, when you start when them top at they get jump shit, wait, start saying the promise one about jump shit, I go to Saudi Arabia, all I go to USA, what,
Them life for that better. That's all I know, Jeremy.
This was my proposal, right? I know that it may not be a lot, but I'm with something to start with. My proposal was, for every single track event, you
we should sponsor the top 5 male and the top 5 female each event. And the starting sponsorship would have been $1,000 per athlete. Now, I know that a lot of people that say, well, $50,000 can't really raise, but at the end of the day, $1,000 it can rent your comfortable house up a corner or one upscale community, and it also can pay for your gas for drive around the month. You would have to go find food and every other thing, but guess what? Not eat better than no.
True. True.
And remember, I said, because we have so many athletes where we have to deal with, because remember, I said it's per event. You get me? I said, and it's 5 athletes. Now, the top athletes like Shirley and Fraser Price, these athletes will get those offers. But knowing the financial background of these athletes, I will give these athletes the opportunity to opt out and give the next rank athletes. But it's up to those athletes because I'm supplying the top 5 ranking athletes. Do you know why I don't go and speak specific athlete? Because when you start to speak specific athlete, then that's where corruption comes in. So when you do it off the ranking can't lie. The ranking is not corrupt. So do it with the ranking. If Shelley says, hey, I have enough money, I would like an next runner, who's next fortunate and to get the opportunity, she can do. And then that field goes to the next rank. So this is exactly how I would have done in that chart. And I mean, this is like nothing because when you look for like the civil service industry, the government wage is a lot more higher than what they got should have been paid because when you look in the army and you look how much top ranking officer, they are getting way more than $1,000 but yeah. So let me have all these numbers. See, the guys was right? It's okay. Them get their money, right? They get their money, right? And we just
for the rest of their life with retirement, you get a retirement pension for the rest of your life.
No, well, yes or no, we would put the pension as yet. I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm putting the pension. Because remember, we all know the financial background of Jamaica, and this is just something to build on. So, when you just start something, you don't want to start too deep. Because you see, when you start too deep, you don't really have anything to build on, and it easy to collapse. So, this is something to build on. When this is something to build on, a future sponsorship and such, you put these in the deals. So instead of having the government covering it, you have sponsorship covering it. And you that's what I'm saying. But from the right? Let me cut you out. So these guys go to work. I don't know if they go to work every day or whatever they do, right? What I'm saying, when they now put the past behind them, because they never done them. Going forward, these guys need to go in and sit down and say, listen, it's not bad moving back to the opportunity. Let's see how we can start. Right? Let's see how we can come up with stuff. Let the public know what's going on too. Bring in sponsor, bring in everybody, right? And sit down and try so we can come to it. And show that guys we are working on something public. I don't think they will do this. But let me say one last thing to you. I stopped going to the Premier League because I know the reason why. I stopped. We win all these races and all this stuff. These schools buy all these tickets in the hotel for travel to everything. And guess what? These schools get no money. The James Willie gets no money. I think Izza should get some of that money from England. Because we will keep it relevant. Not the country, but Izza gets some money to put back into track and field. What do you guys say about that? And see?
Yeah, man, I'm here. I listen to you.
Do you understand what I'm about the Ken Williams?
You're asking a question. I thought you were making a statement.
No, I'm asking a question. I'm waiting for it.
All right, ask me the last one. I heard you say that you stopped going to Penrith because you don't see the reason. Why?
I stopped going to Penrith because I don't think it makes sense.
Well, the question was,
I have plane tickets. I'm back in the hotel. I will go there win-wins, and guess what? Come back to Jamaica with nothing. And I'm carry fans at the stadium. We pack the stadium Everybody come here right to bring the rival. The JAAA, Israel should have asked for some money. Israel should have asked for some money to development and put back in the track out in Jamaica. And I think they missed that bar. The only thing they've asked for was to fly a US flag and a Jamaican flag. What is that doing for us? Nothing.
About Germany, hold on. So this is our next problem all by itself. You see, the Penguins, they should be able from the Penguins because the Penguins is a competition by itself, basically, and nobody else in Jamaica is to come. We only
No, they asked for us.
Hold on. We'll just go over here so we can show this one. So we at least can get scouted by your scouts. Now, as it goes back to finances, I think ISA is making one of the biggest blunders in this modern day time because ISA has the opportunity to globalize Jamaican athletics, right? With the product that they have in champs. And I'll tell you the reason being. We get up every day and we watch football, right? We watch English Premier League, we watch La Liga, etc. We know that one of the biggest source of income in sports these days are streaming. This is one of the biggest revenues in sports these days. Now, why am I saying this? There is a lot of athletes that is willing to compete in Jamaica because once you compete in Jamaica, a lot of schools get to see you. Also, you get to develop a lot more faster. And the approach that we are having towards international athletes, I don't think that we are making use of it, and I don't think that we are looking at a wider picture. Because I believe that if we incorporate these athletes, we would have even bigger than the American collegiate system as in terms of sponsorship and money. Because if we have the attention of majority of the world, do you know what also follows? Fans, audience, sponsors. So right here and then we have the opportunity to turn champs in another level of global standard. Just if we market it the right way, if we proposing to this, hey,
But Prince,
even the high schools that we have, them can look first class facility, first class champs. Just
Prince, I want to say something to you. How many people in the Jamaica administration really understand sports, from football to track and field, and how to monetize these things? After the first thing, the education is not really there. The education,
they understand sports, but they don't understand
the money management, money, how to monetize, how to monetize. I mean, I'll tell you something. I mean, I'll tell you what the reason is. Can we say it already and Colin that year? And we say it already and Colin that year. And tell me if I'm wrong. Some people go vex, right? We see people, I say it again over again. See people born 1964 come up to about 1990. Their mentality is that their life, especially when them in a certain position, their life, because them work so hard for what them want, their life supposed to be good and merry and dandy. But a young youth now, where you showcase them talent, to do some free work and collect some little bit and nothing. And that's the problem, the mentality. Them know what to do for monetize. But here we are going. Them want to live comfortable and then tell you one chicky in the story, Jeremy. Tell you one chicky in the story. Yo, the first thing them tell you, say, boy, we don't really have no whole heap of money, but look, I try to find a way to work it out and thing, You give them one figure and them say, boy, we can't work with that, this and that, and way, It's like you go downtown go buy one shoes. When the man tell you 6 grand, you buy him down to 4. You don't want to pay the man when he work, brother. And that are the Jamaican mentality, the culture of Jamaican. That them know to monetize the stuff. They just don't want to do it. That me I tell you, because they want to control you. They want to hold in a little box and dictate to you. But them never know the day that come
Right.
when other people are coming for them.
So, Prince. Yeah, and so I got a response to this. So you said about the Penguins, right? Is a place like going the sponsorship also, right? Not a sponsorship. No, that happened before. Majority of coaches are coming to the Champs. Champs is the biggest high school track and field in the entire world. Everybody in America know what every high school in Jamaica know what in America know what Champs. In Canada, in Africa, they know what Champs. Right? So don't be like the amount of sport you can think of, don't be as sport. A scout from Gibson, a scout from all these rookies, a scout them out, right? So my point to you is that the amount of money that will waste by playing the cover to come, the food, hotel and all that, right? What I'm saying, some of the gear we saved, should I take here, should I get some of this? Is that the demand the Jamaican athletes to come and we the Jamaican. Have you ever been to Premier League before?
No, but then I get bro, like
I will have a first answer. So you haven't been there, right? I've been
on the business side of it.
Let me land and then you can let me land. I understand they invite us, right? But I tell you this, if we start going and demand that they give some of the gift price to Isa, they will bow down and do it. Because we bring a lot of, if the Jamaican athletes start going, they will lose at least 50% of the stadium. I guarantee you that. And they don't want to lose that much money, right? And I'm saying that because I've got like 15 years in a row. People just stop the last 5 years. I don't understand why am I going. It's useless now. Can them stop doing USA versus our rest of the world? They stop doing that. Right? Now we're the financial and stuff, but they stop doing that.
No,
So, let me laugh, but I'm going to take it, right? So, lots of coaches, only American coach come out at champs. And that's what they scoop up these kids, right? So the kids that will come out 10 years, those kids already get their contract long time already. Get their sponsorship long time already. And I think that this has to demand something for this. That's my opinion to that. Right.
Oh yeah,
I was reading about ISA. They said that they're a non-profit organization. Does that have anything to do with that?
Yes, non-profit can still. Are you talking about?
They can negotiate for funds, right?
Yes, of course they can. They don't kill the athletes. Then they can donate something. Non-profit donate. They can donate to ISA. You understand?
Right.
They can buy some kids and donate it. Like they can buy boots. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do now. We donate. You have to buy tickets and donate. So, there's people that right, and they can buy some gears and donate to ISA. You don't have to give them money, but it can be other things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got what you're saying. So where do we go from here then? Can because we have had some athletes been successful, couldn't they collaborate and petition some things to bring the changes?
That's a good question. Auntie, you want to know one, Auntie? Prince?
Remember the question, Karim? Alright, go on, Prince. Go on, Prince.
I read up something where colleague just say a while ago. Colleague, like, I don't know where you're gonna leave from, but right here, so it's somebody where
I get it from the internet.
No, trust me, that information is hard. You see, with that amount of money, J3 would have been the richest sporting organization currently in the world. That's completely false.
Because you said J3 are the Penguins.
No, well, I'm replying to the information that was said. That they didn't know that Puma has is worth 30
our 30 fight something.
No. Yeah. No, that was
That's
that was
hard, like.
Adidas, but they said Puma offers $6 million more than Adidas' proposal.
So where's that?
In the article, you got to read all the way where it says that.
Puma never offered 30 million.
No. Adidas did, but
No,
read the next part.
But Adidas never offered 30
They
million.
said Puma offers $6 million more than Adidas. That's so
that information they cook up.
Well, even if it's cook up on the internet, even if it's
Cook up.
then somebody needs to give some answer then. That $1 more, then they still have money not doing it for the athlete then. That's the bottom line. JAA not doing. If they get $6 million more, where's that $6 million more? What is it doing for the athletes?
That's a good question, Colin. That's a good question. Jermaine.
Either way, they got money and they're not doing right by it. Whether it's $6 million more, or if they got $38 million offer, and then Puma giving $6 million more than they need. $6 million USD is a lot of money. What do they do with it?
Also, the information to the Puma deal, they find and unseen thing. Is it Prince? They just told us on the Prince right or something. Prince on this investigator by YouTube. They can't see it. They say the information out there, they don't find it. Somewhere or another, they don't find it. Basically, you tell us, I got out of the point, and absolutely nobody knows. Yeah, there you go. And the people in our room, absolutely nobody knows. So you could have Google company that the United Kingdom come, the people that know that's not I know the room now. And you right one. Trust me, absolutely nobody. So it even makes sense to go and Google them. But why would there be a gap? You will know it's why would there be a gap? Why would there be a gap? There's something right about this. Yeah, because they know that it was inferior, and they know that the whole country would have been hot there. So you see, in order to make the whole country attack them, probably all of J3 themselves put in the Gaza and because I'm going to leave J3 themselves propose to Gaza because they know that if we people are heard the deal that they are taking for the deal that they are turned down, there would be a lot of uproar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a new Google. This is what it says. I'm gonna send it to WhatsApp.
Why not just Google again? How going?
It's different from what I said before. It didn't say 6 million. It's a 1 million USD per year of the prior deal. Just 1 million. You can read it.
That means that the information are fluctuating, man. We're not getting the right thing. In Prince, Jeremy, and the information are fluctuating. We're not getting the right thing.
Okay, just read it and see what it says. So they're stealing money then.
No.
Products, royalties, digital rights, over value exceeded back off the previous agreement, special deal about the financial terms.
We can't say that they are stealing money. We don't have any evidence on that.
But it's believed to be worth significantly more than roughly 1 million USD per year of the prior deal. So it's not 6 million.
Colin.
They're not telling the truth.
Colin, we cannot say that they are stealing. I would have any evidence of that.
I don't have the evidence, but I'm just saying I'm going to be okay. Let's say in the prison war thing is foolish. Okay,
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Fix that up.
According to Google.
Don't let me get his lawsuit. People?
Allegedly, as per Google, information that they were getting 1 million USD
But Jeremy, me not hear J3 come out and say, oh no. When I athlete I go switch allegiance, the information have to come to the governing body and world athletics and process of a follow and blah 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 and all them things that and them say so far him not get no paper.
Different stuff. So that's why I said they came out, their statement was arrogant and ignorant. It was arrogant. Yeah, so what I'm saying, they came out as the usual self. They never come out as persons that actually care. They said they don't hear nothing about this is news to them. No one gonna hear from them.
Yeah.
Then come out and say yes, then confirm. But the idea is praise grow on certain things that even if the federation don't want to sign off, then we call it we call it have a final say so.
World athletics.
I think Jeremy, but to be honest, they get me and say like they step up.
Maybe at least them might write up people, write things and not send to them, you know, like for example.
I think I'm doing them stuff. I don't trust they don't trust them. I jump up. Yes, so the press release could have been really more better than what was said. You know, because we have seen the science reporting on it and as considered. Right? We have even seen interviews with Minister of Sports from Turkey. Now, with that being said, these are not just allegations, these are actually factual information because the same persons that are reporting on. They didn't register for the national student channels. And we are seeing the Turkey minister coming out and state with information. So you therefore can come forward and say all of these are allegations. No, you are wrong. The message you should have kept.
Report. Yeah, I'm just Jeremy, yeah. But true matter, Prince. You know look good on the J3 part, you know? You look good on them part as well.
No, the way they come out and pretend like people are idiots, like they're dumb, they don't know who I want. You know, I might think we just know that's a lesson. We know what's going on and we're trying to fix it, we're trying to hear what's going on in public, hear what's going on in other city. You know, try to maybe just come out and it's like a parent, abuse a child.
Deny.
No, it's just that they can't really beat them. Like we talk about the track off the talk about the field events or stuff like that. Where's the squad pay your money and I don't pay the events. No, they have the money to do it, they just don't want to do it. They just don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, you can't blame these people, man. Look, can't even let Jimmy go. I ain't gonna quit, but I just stop.
That they must say. I'm not being beat.
Right? We're just OT, right? But the reason I'm on time. When they do one of that shit.
Who that?
People quit that for a reason.
Who that?
I'm on time. OT.
Oh. I get it.
Two sides I'm off, man.
So hold on, then him like those the one video talking about you agree with that leader.
But shit, yeah, okay, if you don't know, but watch it. Just watch it. He's going to switch him out. So come on, the next couple of days, I'll switch again. I him that.
Okay.
And then people will listen to him and they tend to go after, right? And then now they get caught up there. Even we are coming in there, I don't care, follow me. But what to do? Those people are swearing with the audience. There's some people, as when they say, some India, they do everything they believe to keep on the way that he says true. And we know now, so I'm not gossip, and everything Pastor Man says true. We know better now. And everything teachers say true, and everything Pastor say true. You understand? Now, I tell the truth.
Oh, I just remember. Colin is a pastor, you know. You have to be careful.
I'm not saying you have good family that bounce back, right?
I'm just being honest.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe I say that good family that bounce back. So, just like you said, a bunch of Christians who vote for Trump and all that, and they know his past and what they do, they can't approach me and give this out the first class and people for Trump. And I'm just saying, you know, you cannot say you're not supporting because you vote for a convicted fellow, XYZ. As an Islamic conversation. And every time they try to trap me, you know what I think? Because I'm smart enough to wiggle me out and put it back in my phone. What about the police? You know, in white children. Honey, you can't convert this one. She is an anomaly. Yeah, I'll do my homework. I'm way too smart for it. Okay, I'm very much. But I'm saying, I need them to put the money themselves to yourself.
That's the thing, man. Yeah, man, I'm going to close off the show, you know, 1 minute, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Colin, you see this how long you stay? Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here in Texas, my dear.
Texas, yeah, man, they can't black out. They can't black out.
You can't do nothing about it.
Well, I'm saying, I'm not really put you to go on the brain or come on top, sorry. But the fans that need to know that there's things happening that is not in the public, they're not being transparent. And if you believe the athletes, them, just doing one work, talking to the athletes, them, asking what's going on, and communication is not going to be issues.
Yeah. All right, people. So there you have it from Colin Dolly, the Jam American. You know, she's a Jamaican and she also is American. We have Jermaine as well. I think he's a Jam American as well. But love Jamaica gone to but love Jamaica gone to bed. Prince was here as well, giving his 2 cents. Latoya Clark, Track and Field Net. Make sure you go and subscribe to our platform, people. Siobhan Peart, big up yourself. He was here, said that he doesn't like football, but he have to talk about this matter. Yeah, man, he say he don't like track and field, but he have to talk about this. Athletes, them, who are pay them bill. That's what him say. In the night chat earlier, man. So him say the athletes, them, him say the athletes, them, who are pay them bill. Hmm?
Well, like I said, those people who are putting topics on top, they don't know the facts behind nothing. They don't understand the athlete when I'm thinking. I don't see a guy who finished 15 years ago don't have nothing. I beg, hand out. Just cover themselves on the street side. Who wanna be like that? No. So you need to understand it together, alright? Pick up yourself and see it.
Yeah, big one.
Kali, you want to see that I get on the panel?
Yes.
You know, okay. You know, what they can make there.
No, you know where I'm at.
Yeah, man. You know, I want that chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak? Okay. Texas. Yeah. Barbecue.
Yeah, man. After they look for that,
yeah, true one. I said, beat me all the way in the Colin.
Yeah, you don't know about it.
I'm seeing come and play a game all the while. I'm seeing your life fun play and feel up and play and see you.
Let me tell you. See, because me keep it balanced, they have some people that want to keep it balanced. And as soon as some go wrong, the local players get the punishment. And you know, like that.
I'm seeing. How did they go on the class?
Ian Bailey?
No.
Ian Bailey a star, man. Same look.
Japanese player.
Who? Atkinson?
Yeah, how did the class
I'm gonna speak about facts, what I saw in the game. He was moving in spaces, running, but not getting the ball. And then now we say, we say now, we not see him in the game. Or we're gonna see a player in the game if we not pass that. Huh?
Do you think they should try him again?
The team not playing as a unit. For number one. Why I don't know if they not get man the ball already. I think they pick up on the field. Huh?
Do you think Reggie Gould is a shot?
No, sir. No, I don't think so.
Reggie Gould done?
And I go say maybe him done for national. Not done, not done, not done, not done. They're not done, but they're not done. Just hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. You can't say the ball them done. Because them still have them club football to play. They are not worthy, but they're not worthy to come into the national team now. But Atkinson show promise. I believe that there's no cohesiveness there. No, we can't war because you not talking facts.
I'm gonna go right now because I want.
All right, Colin. No, me not gonna run. Me I talk the facts. I want me see, and you see the same. You see him see the same thing, but you don't want to talk the truth. That's what I'm gonna run. Me not like how German. German. German run Colin down here. What am I gonna say this German? So then go back to here.
Thank you, for having me on. I made it.
All right.
All right, then.
Bye. All right, people, big up on yourself. Ending the stream now. Big up. That's one. But anyway, Jermaine, you need to talk the truth and talk what happened in the game. They're not giving Atkins the ball. When Atkins get the ball, and try to do something with it. And he also helped in the creation of the first goal. Few movements was remarkable. That's what our number 10 not doing. But you can see the team are play disjointed and they don't want to give certain people the ball. That's what me see. That me see on the football field, you know. That me see me attack. Should he get an next chance? Yes. But the coach needs to fix something with the team, brother. The team now focus. I always talk about individual player. What this man, this, that. And at the end of the day, there's no team play. There's nothing that. Want to see how the team play, brother? That team don't want to win nothing in a World Cup. The team don't want to win a World Cup, in my opinion. Anyway, people, Antin Sports are going to